Hi, I have a quick update before jumping into the video. I thought I was filming my hive inspection just before I went to go visit the farm where we are getting our next livestock from. However, all of what I was filming didn't film. So I only have this like teeny tiny clip that I'll share, which is not that exciting, as I was looking into the hives. So essentially what I was showing is that I was taking some frames of brood from the hive and I was setting up a nuke. So right now it's just like a really beautiful time of year where things are just starting to open. The nectar flow is just starting, and I wanted to set up a nuke to create a new queen. So I was just kind of taking a peek at those frames, and I ultimately, what I didn't film was that I selected 3 frames of brood. One was completely uncapped, so pretty much just eggs and just larvae that was just a few days old. And the other 2 had mixed brood. Some were capped and all different stages. So the idea there, if you're doing this at this time of year, is that you've got that capped brood, which should be opening fairly soon. So those are some workers that are going to help support that new colony as it gets established and start bringing in the nectar as soon as it really starts to flow. And then you've got the nurse bees who are going to be staying with the brood and taking care of them, and then ultimately creating a new queen, because the eggs and the 3-day-old and younger brood would be the potential new queens. So that's what I was doing, and that's what I was unable to record apparently, even though I guess with my bee gloves I don't always hit it the right way. So but in any case, I'll let you continue with learning about what animals we're getting next. My goal with today's inspection is to make sure the queen is in here and that she's laying, so that way I can, 1, set up a nuke with the proper frames that I need, and also not move her to the next hive. Welcome back to 5 Acres Honey Farm. I just checked on the hives, which I'll give you a little peek into, and everything looks great. And I am now on my way to visit the farm where we're getting our next livestock from. So when I get there, I'll see if they allow me to take some video footage. Otherwise, I might just fill you in, but that's where I'm headed right now. It's about 40 minutes south of our home. So it's down in Carthage, North Carolina, which is one of my favorite little towns. Probably my number 1 or number 2, it's hard, it's like tied, coffee shop, which is Buggytown Coffee, is down in Carthage. And unfortunately it's not open today. Today is Sunday, so I won't be able to go there. But it is an adorable town if you get a chance to pass through there.
So they're right at a week old.
Wow, only a week.
All different stages here.
Wow, I see so many.
They are 3 weeks old.
Wow, 3 weeks.
Yeah, so can you imagine? She's got another 5 weeks of this.
Wow.
Probably 4 weeks.
I'm almost home and had a fantastic visit at the farm, and one thing that they pointed out as I was leaving is that technically, if the 2 litters that they're expecting next month, if there aren't enough boys, then I won't be able to get pigs. So I'm hoping between the 2 litters that there will be 2 boys, so that will be keeping my fingers crossed for that. But if it doesn't happen, then I think that's just a sign that I'll just wait till next year and start doing something then. There is an option that I saw 2 other farms within about an hour from me that I could potentially go visit and get pigs from, but I was so impressed with this farm's practices that I am willing to wait until some boys become available. So yes, if you have experience with Idaho pasture pigs, please let me know, because right now I'm in the stages where, obviously researching a ton about the breed, and just I've researched before making this decision, so but still, never stopping learning. And I'm now taking the steps after seeing her setup that I'm going to look over the fencing material that I have, and then order anything that I need. I'm also going to order, she recommended, I think it's Ray's Crazy Seed Mix. I wrote it down in my app. I'll link to what I'm planning to order below in the description. But they have a spring, summer, and a fall seed mix. So I'm going to probably lean toward the summer one because we are in April now. And that way, whatever starts blooming, it'll be closer to summer. And being that we're in the South, summer starts fairly early. But I might do maybe a spring and a summer, both. And then I'm probably, like, when summer starts, I'll order a fall mix and have that set out. But I want to read more about what's in there and making sure I'm planting at the right time. So I have so many different sketches at home of how I want to set up the paddocks. And I actually, after seeing her setup, I think it's going to be even easier than I'm imagining. And it's also, I want to think about more, because right now I have, like, on my sketches, like, where I could put paddocks, but I want to think about how, in what sequence I want to move the pigs through, and that's going to help determine, like, what I will seed where and when. Because, like, one thing I noticed is, like, it takes, at least, like, her 6-month-old pigs are, like, big enough where they're not going to be a concern. I'm not going to be concerned about, like, coyotes and predators like that. But when they're younger, I think it'd be better to keep them closer to the house. So I have some potential spaces where I could set them up further from the house, but I need to kind of figure out a good timing so that they're back there when they're larger. But at the same time, I need them to be closer to the house when they're the largest, because that's when I'll need to load them. So I'm just kind of, like, going through a little map of the property to figure out, like, where would be the logical place to kind of cycle them through so that they're right near where I could pull the truck up to a trailer and get them loaded next spring / potentially late winter. So that's what things I'm thinking about right now. It's pretty fun. I just like driving out to her farm is, like, I love Carthage, like I said earlier, and just driving that whole area is so gorgeous, and I just felt like I was in the right place. Like, it just all felt really great going out there and seeing her whole setup. So I feel so great about this, and I feel like it'll be an exciting, fun, of course, experiment, because all of this kind of gardening, homesteading stuff is just experiment after experiment. But thank you for watching, and let me know, again, if you've got experience with Idaho pasture pigs, also how your bees are doing. I feel like I don't have many updates about the bees because it's like, it'd be kind of boring updates, like, everything's going great. Everything's great. So it's like, that doesn't really make for anything exciting to really learn about. But just getting my swarm traps out, and they're doing fantastic. So now we'll just wait for the nectar flow to start, and I will update you next time. Thanks.